Tour, tied for 7th, tied for 2nd, tied for 11th, tied for 2nd, tied for 7th. Coming off a top 25 the last couple of weeks as well. We welcome him into the show right now on Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690, and his name is Lanto Griffin. Lanto, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great, and you got my name right, which is impressive.
Well, I bet we all go back and forth on that, and I'm sure you don't remember me as a golfer
I was
in that
Pro-Am
at Atlantic Beach.
I remember we played with Mike, my buddy Mike. So yeah, I remember that group. We had a fun day out there.
He remembers Mike, but you don't remember you, Brent. Sorry, man.
Yeah,
it ain't like you're Bob Barker or anything.
Lanto, did you move? Were you already living in Ponte Vedra or Atlantic Beach or wherever you're residing right now, but in the area, or did you kind of come here after that?
We played. I moved to Jacksonville Beach January of 2017. I think it must have been September 2017 or 2018. So I think I've been living there for a year or two at that time.
All right. Well, it's been awesome to follow. See, and in those Pro-Ams, especially on that tour, you meet some golfers, quite frankly, that you don't know too much about. And it's been really cool to watch you and watch you blossom. What has changed in your game? Is this just natural progression? You're now 32 years old. You are really playing some good golf, and congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of being a slow learner. And I don't know. I've always worked really hard, and I've always wanted it bad enough. It's just, that kind of when we played that Pro-Am together, I think I lost my tour card that week, actually. And then I went back to the Korn Ferry Tour and kind of took everything I learned from the PGA Tour the 1 year I was out there. And I had a good year on the Korn Ferry Tour in 2019, I guess. And then so since then, I think just confidence and kind of feeling like you belong. That rookie year on tour and when you're on the mini tours and traveling all over the world, credit card debt, there's just so many things going on in your head. And once you kind of get your feet settled underneath you on the PGA Tour and you have some good finishes and you feel like, okay, some of the guys out here kind of know who I am now. I'm not the guy that's just kind of a rookie. Maybe he's going to fall off. It kind of makes you feel, kind of like you belong and you can play with these guys. And I kind of feel like that's kind of been the biggest thing for me.
You won the Houston Open in 2020. What did that do? I mean, is that something you still pinch yourself about? Are you well past that and go get the next one? Was that a game changer, a life changer?
Oh, yeah, game changer, life changer, everything. I mean, it's opened so many doors for me, and I look back on that week, in awe in the fact that I pulled it off, and it's just a career accomplishment. I think a lot of people watch major sports, PGA Tour, NFL, and it's easy to criticize the guys that haven't made it, but it's the Brett Favre's and the Aaron Rodgers and these guys are just phenoms, and I'm just using an NFL reference there, but there's so many guys that struggle to make it and don't ever make it. So that's unfortunately that's just kind of the reality. So when you get your first win like I did in Houston, it's kind of like, all right, all that hard work for 10, 12 years is kind of, it's justified now. And then from that, after the win, my big goal was I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. I want to, grow from there and keep getting better. And I think I'm probably more proud of what I've done since the win, even though I haven't won again, but I've had I've turned into a fairly consistent player. And I'm very proud of that because it's not easy to, get that win and get a little bit of notoriety and keep it up because the talent level out on the PGA Tour is, and every major sport now is so high.
Lanto, you mentioned NFL players a little bit, and I was fortunate enough to share a locker room with a lot of great NFL players. And I always noticed that the truly great ones, the All-Pros, the Hall of Famers, they were all creatures of habit. I mean, they ate the same thing every single day. They had the same kind of warm-up. They essentially did the same thing day in and day out until it became a habit. I feel like a sport of golf, I'm not a golfer by any means, but I feel like the sport of golf where it's a little more on the mental side than physical side. Like, have you found yourself now in this groove where you're a creature of habit? Like, do you eat the same thing every single day? Do you do like the same kind of workouts to get ready? What is that process like for you now that you found success?
Yeah, no, you're 100% correct. I pretty much get to the golf course an hour and 45 to 2 minutes or 2 hours early. I do the same warm up. I I try and eat the same foods. You pretty much try and find what works for you, and sometimes it takes years to figure that out. And for me, I've gotten into a groove. I mean, there's a certain supplement I take, one pill every day. It gives me some energy and focus. And so you're 100% right. It's just you find what works and you get really good at it. And golf's a perfect example of, it's just you out there. It's you and your caddy. You don't have teammates to pick you up when you're not playing well or anything like that. So you kind of really got to find my main goal to start tournaments is you never really know how your body's going to feel or your swing's going to feel each day. But the goal is to figure out what you have that day, get into a groove, try and find something that's going to work that day, and just ride it until you're done. And then the next day, unfortunately, in golf, your body kind of changes, and you have to do it, day after day. So, you're 100% correct.
Lanto Griffin with us here on Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. Of course, Players Championship coming up this week. The weather looks good. That's got to help with the game plan that you might have. You've obviously played this golf course. You live in the area. What's your expectation, hope? What's the plan going into this year's Players?
Yeah, that's a good question. Expectations, I'm going to keep them very low. I try and do that every week. Every week I come out hungry to win, play as best I can. Playing a home game on a course that I've played the stadium course here at TPC probably 300-400 times now over the last 4 years, and unfortunately the course is in completely different shape. It's going to be in a completely different shape on Tuesday than it is going to even be on Sunday this week. So although I know the golf course like the back of my hand, I've never played this course when the greens are rolling at 13 and the greens are rock hard, because the course maintenance crew, they pretty much build the whole year to this week, and they save it and they get it pruned just right. So it's not going to be one of those things where I've seen the golf course like this, but I do know pretty much the lines off the tee. I'm comfortable around the greens and that type of deal. So the next couple of days, I didn't play today. I just hit some balls with my coach, and I just finished up actually. And so tomorrow I'm going to play 9 holes. Wednesday I'm going to play 9 holes. Just get a feel for the green speed and how firm the fairways are, and then hopefully just go into Thursday and see what happens.
Have you done anything crazy out there during one of those 300 or 400 rounds? I mean, I understand the course is going to be different. It's not going to play the same, but did you go shoot 59 one of those days? I remember Steve Wheatcroft had some crazy round out there a couple years back. I mean, have you ace 17? Anything crazy?
You know what? I played with Tyler Eifert a couple weeks ago. He's the tight end for the Jags, and I shot 29 on the back, that was the best I've done. I shot 1 under on the front, kind of a mediocre. I think I actually lost $100 to a football player that day, but on the back 9, I got him for a couple hundred. But that 29 was fun. I think I almost made a hole in one on 17 that day, but and I was actually pretty nervous on 18T because Tyler threw a double press on me, and I had to avoid the water on the left, but. Anytime you shoot around like that, it gives you some confidence knowing that you can play it, and so yeah, that rounds like that you kind of think back on. I'll think back on that this week. I can, if I shoot 1 over on the front this week, all right, I shot 7 under. I shot a 29 a month ago. It's possible. So yeah, having some good positive thoughts, that's always good.
Hey Brent, can you quick clarify?
I love that you got
double
thousands
press
of people.
real quick.
I love he's got thousands of. Yeah, double press.
I mean, listen,
love the fact
I know
he's
he's
got thousands of people watching.
Go ahead.
TV cameras, and he's nervous about a double press by Eifert.
Well, listen, can someone explain to me what a double press even is? Like, I understand that the dude went to VCU, so he's used to the four-court press, but I don't know what a double press is.
We do. We wreak havoc at VCU, there's no doubt. So basically, Tyler was down, I think, 3 plays on the back, so he pressed all of them. So I think we were maybe playing $100 a play, and so when you're playing for your own money, see, on the PGA Tour, we're playing for a purse. We're not putting up our own money. So if I had lost that hole, I would have had to have paid out of my own pocket. So, and you never want to lose. Those NFL players, their contracts are a little bit better than ours out here. So you never want to. I've learned that the NFL money spends nice.
That's
true,
man.
Austin. I deal with that every day.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brent.
Every day on this show.
One of us has a backyard fireplace and one doesn't. So go ahead and stay in your lane, man, and don't talk to me about contracts right now. Go ahead, Brent.
Hey, Lanto, you in the backyard fireplace club? You have a backyard fireplace?
I do not. I'm not at that level yet.
See,
Oh.
it's only the elite level. Lanto, I got one more question for you. I see a bunch of pictures with you, and listen, I respect the style, I respect the swag, and the fact that sometimes you seem to play in shorts when you're practicing. If the PGA Tour, let's be honest, and I want your honest answer. If one day the PGA Tour went a little more casual and they said, you know what, on the tournament, you guys are allowed to wear shorts. Are you one of the first guys to rock shorts? Or are you more traditional and you rock the pants during a tournament?
I will wear shorts any day of the week. If it's warm enough to wear shorts, I'm wearing them. I don't think we're allowed to wear shorts now in practice rounds, which is amazing. I don't see the tour ever allowing us to wear shorts in the tournament, but if they do, I'll be the first guy to wear them, 100%.
A little more breeze, man. I respect it.
No shame in my game on that.
Last one.
No.
You do have style. We love the style points. Dream foursome, it's said to be Ken Griffey Jr., Jimmy Fallon, and Jerry Rice. Will it ever happen?
I would love Jerry Rice and Ken Griffey. I mean, growing up, I was a huge Mariners fan, a huge baseball fan, and I've been a diehard Niner fan since I was 3 years. I might even throw Steve Young in there instead of Jimmy Fallon. No offense to him, but yeah, I'm a huge sports fan, huge NFL, and Ken Griffey. I loved his style with the Mariners. That homer swing never, he kind of had a little bit of that dad bod going towards the end of his career. He just knew he had and that's no disrespect to Ken Griffey, just absolute talent. Love the way he played the game on and off the pitch. So.
No, that's awesome, man. Would you
go check it out? So,
hang on, wait, Lanto. If there was a six sum, I know that's not a real thing, but would you include Jay Buhner in that as well, or are you not much of a Jay Buhner kind of guy?
You know what? I'll throw him in there, and you guys can join as well. We'll just have a big old party.
I like it.
I like the idea of it. Lanto Griffin. By the way, if you're a Griffey fan, go check out Baseballism. It's like a free commercial for them, but they've got some pretty cool Griffey stuff, kind of retro style. If you want to wear a hat or you like the shirt as well. You're a California guy. You're a Niner guy, but come on, low key, you're rooting for the Jags a little bit, right?
Oh, I'm a big Jags fan now, and no doubt. I love the Jacksonville Beach. This whole area, it's home for me now. So, 100%. Hopefully, we get Trevor, and I mean, it's the coaching change, unbelievable. Hopefully, you can get things rolling here in Jag country.
No doubt. Hey, man, I know you got a big week. Good luck this week. We can't wait to see you out there, and thanks for taking some time with us.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.